Hello students, this is Professor Namrata Hampiholi from Department of Commerce and Accountancy. Welcome to the Company Law and Administration class. So in the previous class we have seen about the company secretary, the qualities of company secretary and as well as the qualification of company secretary. Now let us look into some of the duties of the company secretary. So here the duties of company secretary are given for the first time in the Companies Act of 2013, and these are like specified in general duties and some of the statutory duties. So generally his duty is to report to the board about the laws applicable or the rules which are applicable to the company, and the duty towards the government, and the provision which are related in case of the employment, and the general duties and the general duties of the secretary, which vary from company to company depending on the nature of the business, and overall legal duties or the legal formalities which are necessary for the company to follow. So now let us look the duties of the company secretary in detail. So those are broadly classified into statutory duties and general duties. So your statutory duties here are the duties which are legal in nature. These are the duties which are legal in nature. So in when it comes to statutory duty, those are the duties of a company secretary which are prescribed by the Companies Act or by any other legislation such as Income Tax Act, Sales Tax, Sales Tax Act, Stamp Act, Insurance Act, etc. So these all act are to be followed or to be performed by the these are the duties which are performed by the company secretary. So here, apart from that statutory duty, some of the various duties which are relating to act are here he has to maintain the book and the register of the company. Then the company secretary has to file the necessary return to the registrar of the company. He has to supervise, allot and transfer the forfeiture of the shares and debenture, then attending the meetings and recording those proceedings, and safeguard and the proper use of common seal of the company. So the common seal of the company plays one of the important role here. Then the Income Tax Act require him to take a step for the deduction of the income tax from dividend, interest and salary and its payment to the tax authority, right? So here when a person get here salary, he has certain deductions in that, right? So he has to pay like taxes, right? So those tax in the same way when the company's taxes are deducted, so it is a work of the company secretary here to look after the proper deductions from the income tax, that is dividends and interest on interest and salaries, and those payment to the tax authorities here. Then under the Stamp Act, he has to see that the stamps of the requisite amount are affixed to the documents. That is, every document or here legal paper has a stamp duty, right? That will consist the amount of that particular stamp or that paper. So he should see that the particular paper is affixed properly. Then he has to properly arrange for the submission and the returns of the tax, and for like even whatever important matters, legal matters, he has to fulfill that within the time specified by the government here, so that the further the penalty will be avoided. And in case of any disputes between any of the matters here, he is the one who has to take up the step for the clearance of that. Then next is here, company secretary is not only like a servant of the company, but he is a servant of your law also. So his statutory duties say that he is a servant of law. So when the word servant comes here, he has to be loyal to the company as well as even to the government. So he is the one who will be handling the pillar of the legal formalities. So he must be extra careful when he does these work. So why? Because here the company will be clear only if it is clear in the form of legal way. So these were the statutory duties. Then coming to the general duties. So general duties towards the stakeholders, which covers directors, shareholders, organization, office, and in general to the public. So here, duties towards the director here. So the secretary has to look after the all the correspondence with the director, then convey them about the board meetings, then like to prepare the meeting, that is proceedings of the meeting. Then he has to advise the director if necessary during any of the in any of the situation. If he needs to direct them, then he can direct. Then he has some of the matters have to be kept even confidential here. Okay, so all the time, it is not necessary to convey the message or to discuss. Some of the matters of the company are kept here confidential also, which are not to be discussed here. Then he has to communicate certain decisions to the staff, shareholders, sorry, shareholders, uh, because of what he says, mouthpiece for the board of director, it is like a statement which he has made. Then he has to keep informed about the board, about the development with activities which are relating to the company. So these were the certain duties which he has to perform towards the director. And when it comes to the shareholders, so here he is a person who is acting like a link between the company and the shareholders. As here we know that they are called as shareholders are called as owners of the company. The work of the secretary is to safeguard their interest. Why? Because they have paid the money here, they have invested their money. So the your duty is to see that their dividends are paid properly. So like he has to ensure that no confidential information is made available to that section of the member. Okay, so that is only the matter which are related to them is only disclosed, and not all the duties and not all the matters. Then some of these duties are like application and allotment of the share, call of the share, forfeiture, transfer, then distribution of dividends, notice and circular to the members, meeting of the shareholders, inquiry and complaint from the shareholders. So these are some of the duties which he has to follow towards the shareholders. Then next, coming towards the organization and the office. So the secretary here is generally recognized as the head of the office of that particular company, and he is the one who will have a control over the record and filing of the accounts and here statistics. So he has to supervise these all the activities, and he has to communicate with the head of each department. So in order to get best out of the staff, he has to overall he has to look out the overall duty and guide them personally. So he is one who has to look after activities of the department as well as to interact with all the heads of the department. Then coming to his duty towards the relation to the public. So here a secretary being in a possession of all important information about the various aspect of the company, that is he is a one who is like linked with the every aspect of the company. So he is one who is like who know all the angles of the company, that is all the matters of the company. And here on the other side, he is a one who will be communicating with the debenture holders, bankers and solicitors, that is advocates and the creditors and the future prospective investors. So he has to maintain a very good relation with the general public. So he has to be in touch with them and provide the information that are necessary, that may be asked for. So at the same time, but he has to even maintain the confidentiality also. So here further, he is like his function is like a trust, that is a person whom with the company has kept their trust here. So he is a person who has to look after between the shareholders and the director, that is he need to act as a license, you can say that agent between them and outsider also. So his duty is to look after the best in all the matters of the company here. So these were the duties which are performed by the company secretary in case of the mm, in case of the statutory as well as the general duties. Then coming to the rights of the company secretary. So till now we have seen that what he has to do. Now rights is what benefit he is going to get here. So he has right to supervise the secretarial department. So he's a being a head, he has right to control and supervise all the activities of his department. Then he has got a right to sign the certain documents. Then he has right to claim the remuneration, that is for the work he has done he has to be paid remuneration. Then before his service are terminated, he can demand a reasonable notice, and he can even claim if there is something which is against him. So these were the rights which are given to him, and let us see the which are the rights which they have not given to him. Here, the company secretary doesn't have to make any allotment, register transfer of the shares of the company unless he is specifically authorized by the directors and the articles. So, until and unless he has got the instruction from the director, he doesn't have authority to right to transfer the shares as well as make allotment. He can call for that, but doesn't make any allotment here. Then make any representation on behalf of the company to enter with any contract. So if he is entering into the any contract, he cannot enter without the consent of the directors and other board members also, and borrow in the name of the company. That is anything which is like personally beneficial by taking the company's name is a wrong or the illegal thing which he doesn't have a right to do. So these were the duties which are to be performed by the company secretary, as well as the some of the some of the rights which he enjoy being a company secretary.